Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to the Friday night live stream for the Georgia Shooting Connection. We're glad you're all here, and hope everybody had a great week. Um,
Sorry.
we'll go through the room here in a minute. Just want to welcome everybody, and we got Russ is with us as usual. We got CW. We got Squatch Reloading. My brother, Mr. Chico Wise, is here, and my brother Willie's here. So, Chico, do your thing, brother.
For sure. I am trying to pull up the side chat so I can be nosy and see how many people are out there. But welcome to another Friday night Georgia Shooting Connection. We appreciate all y'all being here. And for some reason I'm not seeing it. But I see like 24 y'all. So appreciate all 24 y'all.
Oops. Must have tripped over the plug.
He'll be back. Y'all know what that means. Carter got the iPad. He'll be back in a minute. Well, we'll let him pick up. So, Russ, how was your week, brother?
It's better than last week. A lot going on around the house. We've been extremely busy. Not much going on reloading wise, but once we get this mess cleaned up from painting and all, I plan on getting back on it. What about you, CW?
Oh, I did a little bit of reloading. We had some nice weather, so I did some more casting. Been a new escapade for me, just sitting down casting. I'm not used to it, but I'm getting used to it. It's all right. What about you, Ben?
Well, it's been a pretty busy week. Don't have a whole lot coming up from on the channel except for maybe some RL 1100 stuff. But I'm glad. I'm happy Jamie sent me a link. It's good to see all of you. I haven't been on in a while. And I didn't know I'd be surrounded by casting greatness tonight, and that's probably some of the topic we're going to cover. So I'll probably be sitting back and learning more than I'm actually contributing because, like I said, I'm like in kindergarten when it comes to casting, and these guys got a lot of experience, so it's going to be a fun night for sure. How about you, Willie?
Just another day in paradise with you guys, and I don't know about casting greatness. I'm not me. I'm the little man on the pole right there, but I've just been trying to stay busy. I'm not getting up in time. Actually, today I did get enough time to get up to go to the range. It just didn't happen. So, oh well. Just another day. Just playing around with trying to keep busy, basically. I don't know what else to say.
Well, we'll let Chico pick up where he got so rudely interrupted by.
I know. One thing I've learned, and I know better, man, when it's my turn, never to try to look at the comments on StreamYard. For some reason, it always ends in about 30 seconds after I hit it. So maybe it's time for an update on this computer. But as y'all have heard, we're going to talk about some casts and some other topics. And yeah, thanks all of y'all for being out here. Dang, this went 39. Maybe if I go away, more people will come because it was 24. And then I left and the numbers went up. So no, I appreciate all y'all. We definitely do. Jamie, go ahead, brother. We'll kick this thing off.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We've been missing you, Chico, and it's great to have Ben on. I send him a link almost every week, unless I know we got a full room or something like that. But some people. There's MCK. What's up, brother? And some people you just they just have an open invitation. You know what I mean? I mean, some people come to your house and they're not company. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's Walter. What's up, brother? No, Big E, I have not shot those 125s yet, but let me show you. Me and Chico's got to get together to do that. I got those loaded up right here in this little can. And those are going to go through some water jugs. those are loaded in 357 cases and 14.3 grains of Shooter's World heavy pistol. And y'all want some lowdown on that?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
With a 20-inch barrel like my Rossi 92, it's what's that program? They're saying 1,900 feet per second.
Quick loads.
Quick loads. With my 6-inch Smith, it's talking about 1,453 feet per second. So that's going to be boot scooting.
Are you going to use a chronograph, Jamie?
Nothing like having your friends over, right? No, Biggie, I just ain't going to do that, man. Let me show y'all what he's saying. And I know it could, that's a published load data. That's published load right there. But I like myself too much to do that.
That's pretty
So,
stout.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as Chico can come up or we can get together, we're going to, we got some ideas about doing that with some water jugs. So
We're going to get a new video from JH586. Is that what you're saying?
oh yeah,
All
and
right.
it'll probably go on Georgia Shooter Connection too, because it'll our vision was it would be our first shooting video on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel, because all that's there are these live streams, and our original
Keep
intent,
going.
he'll be back. Our original intent was to have just our live streams and stuff like product reviews and stuff like that on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel, because we've been approached by one or two companies. I won't say a bunch, but we've been approached about doing some videos and getting a referral fee from people who would turn around and buy products from that. But yeah, we just ain't really into all that. And honestly, if we felt like it, I mean, we do that anyway. If we feel like it's a good deal, we're going to turn y'all onto it, and we don't expect anything. But yeah, that's just where we're at. We've been approached, and it's been a while, and we did some digging into it and decided that's.
Well, I mean, if a company, for lack of a better word, if it's crap, I mean, I'm going to tell you it's crap. I don't want to have to feel like I got to be nice about it if they're paying something, you know.
Y'all are so brutal.
And Jamie, if someone else needs to come on, I'll gladly back out for someone else to come on. So just let me know if someone goes backstage for me, and I can back out for you.
I certainly appreciate that, but I don't think. Well,
Just want to throw that out there.
Well, I appreciate it. We sent Sharinda a link, and we sent Scotsman a link, but hadn't heard from them. Maybe one of them will come on, and I don't mind going to the back either. I can pull the levers and open curtains and shine lights and all that kind of stuff from back there. So one thing I wanted to do tonight, and then I'll let y'all get to it, is I got two things. Number one, we wanted to continue the discussion on casting. It seemed that broke over. It seemed like we didn't get through with that conversation last week, but if that's where, like I said in the description, you guys always drive the discussion here. So we'll talk about what you guys want. But one thing I wanted to bring up was, what is your favorite shooting accessory that you've ever bought? And by that, I mean CW's got that deep look of concentration on his face. So,
I just found something over here I didn't know was there. Carry on. I'm behind the scenes over here.
not a gun part, not a reloading tool, you know, but a shooting accessory. So broke loader, that might be that's the quote of the night so far. We'll put it that way. Yeah. So who wants to go first? Y'all don't all talk at the same time now.
I'll go. And the only reason I got this is because of Dead Horse told me where to start looking. And I used to buy everything from Wish. I'm sorry, I know it's coming from China, but when I was buying AR parts, it's the same parts coming from there to here, and the company's going to put their name on it, and I get it for a quarter of the cost. I used to buy everything from them, but and I know this is another bad company, but Amazon. I've been living on their Amazon warehouse, so my favorite thing I'd say is a bag that I didn't spend much money on. It was a reloading bag. But I got more in rice than I do in the cost in the whole bag. The bag only cost me $5, and I have 25 pounds of rice in here. So this would probably be my cheapest and funnest thing that will be in my next video. As you can see, a little nice little shooting bag, and you can flip it over. It got a little mat on the bottom, and a beautiful carrying handle. So this would be probably one of my newest and favorite things right now. Even though I haven't tried it, but I've laid a rifle on it several times playing with it. So that's mine. Next.
So that would be for the front, right?
Yeah, for the front of your weapon. Yes, sir. Instead of me using my lead sled, I just slam that on the table and put my rifle into it. And
Which brings
the hell's
up
that
another.
hum?
I'm sorry.
Someone hearing a hum?
Maybe.
Yep.
Sorry, it's my house. My son's playing with the damn garden hose out front.
That is definitely one of mine, Georgia boy.
Yeah, that's a good one there.
Yeah, if you're going to reload it, you might as well catch it.
I
I've
didn't
never
think
found a
about
good
that.
one.
And not just that, guys. Look at all that work you put in that brass just to have it go bouncing across the concrete. Man.
Especially 300 blackout, which I'm doing right now. I hate when it hits the concrete and bends the neck on it. Or just, oh, I didn't even think about that, Georgia boy. Good call. I love my brass catcher.
Yeah, that's the next best thing right there.
I was going to say, don't anyone else pick up and say something?
Edward, that is a good one. Uh-oh. Uncle John's not happy. So, yeah, there's that. I want to say thanks, Kingpin. Glad you're here, bud.
Let me go before it cut off on me again. How about that? So I was hearing y'all on my phone when it cut off. So it's an accessory, but the Maglula magazine loaders. I don't know about y'all, but when I go to the range, you know, and I'm a mechanic, so I've got calluses on my hands. I'm not soft hand, but the magazine loaders work awesome. I have them for my AR, I have one for my AK, and I have one for my pistol mags. My next step is to get one for my 22 mags for my AR conversion. So it's an accessory sort of, but I love that thing, man.
Well, you stole mine, Chico.
Is it
I
pink?
was saving it for last.
Oh, you talking about your answer?
Yeah, you got my answer.
See, I'm afraid there's been too many guys shooting chronographs to take to say it's my chronograph, because I know I'm going to curse myself and I'm going to blow a hole through it the next time and kill it dead. So, sorry.
Hurry back, Big Al. Be careful. Yeah, Maglula's do rock JCM. Let me tell you something. GGW and JCM 45 said the same thing. This right here cost me $35. And as far as shooting is concerned, this is the best $35 I have ever spent in my life. Now you can buy the Chinese knockoffs for pennies on the dollar. Like I think you can get them for $18 right now, or $22.
I got lucky. I bought mine at a gun store for like $16, and it was an original one. So I just got lucky.
I guess my favorite accessory, I've got one of the Pelican double rifle cases you can put two side by side, and I bought extra foam because it's in halves, and I've got pieces cut out for other rifles, and I just take that half out, lay the other half back in, and I can pick and choose what I'm going to load out with that day and go to the range if I'm not taking all of them.
That's ultra cool. That's really cool. My son gave me it's not a Pelican case, but it's a pretty nice case. I think it's a Plano. I'm not sure, but
That's what mine is. It's Plano, not Pelican. It's like the Pelican, the big aircraft's approved, watertight, and it's got the vent thing on it. Yeah, but yeah, it's a Plano, not a Pelican. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They make some nice ones, and they're a lot less money than Pelican. You don't pay for that name.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can buy the Apache at Harbor Freight. Pretty much the same thing. Miss Kitty, this one right here is this is just a Maglula, and it's for it's designed for double stack pistol magazines, and they have an adapter that goes in it for single stacks, like for 1911s and stuff.
Do they? I didn't know they did.
They do, but I don't see a point. I mean, my
1911, you don't need that to load it.
It works great without it. So, yeah. Lab Radar and a RCBS Pro are both on my to-purchase list this year.
Wow.
Well, good luck, Brian.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to sell my left leg to get a Lab Radar.
They're coming down.
Yeah,
they're coming down.
Are they?
Yep.
Last time I saw it, I think it was 500 and change at Midway, I think. I could be wrong, though.
You shoot one of those, you're really in a bad place. I don't mean for the money. I mean the way they work.
If you shoot a Lab Radar, you probably shouldn't be shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Yeah, that's right.
You got to remember, I live in California. They shoot everything that bolted down on a table, so I'd be afraid to have it there. What do you mean I can't shoot from lane 1 to lane 30? How come?
Well, Jamie, I was going to talk about the Maglula too, and but in fact, I bought one for my wife, and I bought it in pink, because she's a lady. But there's no shame in my game. I got a pink Maglula in my range bag that goes with me all the time. And probably my favorite accessory that I got was it's actually a $20 Graco stroller that I picked up off Facebook Marketplace that I converted into my 3-gun cart, and that was a godsend as far as carrying all that equipment around to the different ranges or different stages and all. So that's probably my favorite accessory, and it's not fancy. It's just a home-built gun cart, and that's probably not pretty, but it works. But, the Lab Radar, that's probably on my wish list for, I'm assume is my new favorite gun accessory if I ever can buy one. But Yeah, those are very impressive, and all the data that you get back, especially from a reloading standpoint. It's, those are nice. Just pricey, but nice.
Yeah, Squatch. I converted an old golf cart to my dragging the rifle bags out, but it finally died. So I want to get one of those little keep cart, but they pop up. You can store all your ammo in it and put your rifles on top. I just have a hard time departing with $100 at Costco for it.
Yeah, I found mine. Like I said, it was just Facebook Marketplace, a jogging stroller that had the swivel front wheel with the big tires, and it goes over all the uneven ground, and it's just, man, I don't know what I do carrying all those 3 guns and all the ammo trying to go from stage to stage. It's everyone does it at all the competitions I go to. They've all got baby strollers or they've bought the expensive custom made ones, but man, for $20 and a little bit of time, you can make a hell of a range cart for sure.
Yeah, 6-shooter, so do I.
So,
Mine is chronograph. Chronograph has made the most difference for me. I promptly shot the first one, but I got a second one, and that one's been good. So I bought a fancy one with the printer and readouts and all that good stuff. But I tend to use my $69 cheapie. It works good. It's lighter. It's smaller. It's easier to set up. So that's what I've been using. A couple of years now, it's been good. Knock on wood. I haven't shot that one. It's been okay. That's
Now,
give me the most. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. If I could buy another chronograph, I'd like to get the one like Loads of Bacon has or K24 where it'll actually talk to you through your phone, the velocity.
Oh yeah.
I seem to when I'm in position shooting, it takes too much concentration to look over and see what the speed is. It just breaks my train of thought when I'm shooting. So hearing it would be awesome. That's what I think, at least.
A lot of times I just set it up to the side of my bench and I just don't shoot everything over it. And I'll shoot accuracy, shoot whatever I want. And then if I want to see something, I'll throw a round or 3 over it. If I'm really critical of it, I'll shoot everything over it and then take averages. But I don't really, unless I'm really proving a load, I generally don't do that. I just leave it to the side and it works hard for me. I don't mind that. I know it's going to vary. You got to take an average to get a real velocity, but I only want an idea to see if I'm in the ballpark, and that does it for me for most of the stuff I use it for.
Now, I have a question. Have you compared your loads over your chronograph with the Quick Loads program? How close were they if you did it? Not to throw you on the spot. I'm just...
No, I did do it. I just don't remember what I found. I don't think it was terrible. But again, I don't know that I really proved the velocity that I was getting. In other words, shot like 20 rounds over it. Yeah, I think it is a Pro Chrony. That's what it is, Mike. I believe it was pretty close.
Your turn, Russ.
he already said what.
Oh, did he? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, if I get another chrono, I think it's going to be the Magneto Speed or Elaborate R1.
That's a lot of side works for you, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but man, did I fall in love today? Let me show y'all what I saw. I wished I could.
Nice. Where was that at?
That's at my local gun store. Look at those stocks, man. Isn't that cool?
Is that a real high bright polish? Is that a 27?
29.
29?
Man, it's a dash 10. It's a brand new one. and that ain't what I want. I want the pin barrel, the recessed cylinder, and the hammer on the uh, firing pin
Firing
on the
pin on the
hammer.
hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saving, Miss Kitty. When I find the one I want and I get the money up, I'm gonna get the money up before I really start looking for the one I want. So, yeah,
Did we jump into gun dreaming when I stepped away? Is that what we're into?
yeah, yeah. They were talking about what they were going to buy with their Uncle Joe money.
Well, my Biden bucks are going to go. I'm thinking I want a Smith 627 V comp so I can shoot revolver in competition. Something new for me. That's what I'm thinking.
That'd be
All
cool.
right. You'll love the 27. That,
I don't have a lot of experience on revolvers, just a couple that I've inherited that I've cherished over the years. But I want something I can and run and gun with. Be something different.
yeah.
No, I'm going to save that Biden money to get the hell out of here, hopefully. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
I'm getting another Bergara Wilderness HMR. Don't know what caliber yet, but I'm getting another one.
That's going to be tough, Miss Kitty. Unfluted cylinder from a Smith. That's
Well, they had a few commemorative, a few fancy ones that way. I think
Yeah.
I've got a 45 Colt that's got one, 25 that's got an unfluted cylinder. Model of 89, maybe. Is that what it is? Model of 1989? I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I
They
should
make
probably
a few of them.
a little bit, Jamie. If my wife is watching this, I'm not going to get that 627 B comp. I'm going to take you out to dinner, baby. That's
There's a save. There is a save.
I'm going to go one better than that. I'm taking my wife on a vacation. I'm not buying any guns with my Uncle Joe money.
Mhm.
I'm taking my wife out of town for a long weekend.
I can hear it right now. Willie, I messed up. I bought my gun. She's beating me like a wet dog now. I can hear it right now coming. What did I do?
He showed me pistol whipping.
Crazy.
Oh, speaking of which, thanks, Jason. I went to the gun store and I saw that pistol, right? That revolver. Very nice. Oak presentation box, blue satin cover, all that good stuff. I saw one not long ago that had a glass top, and it was like a -2, -1, -3, somewhere in that range, and it had what I was looking for. But it had the price tag to go with it. But they had 9mm ammo. There was about 8 boxes left, and $29 for a box of 50.
That's cheaper than I've seen it here.
Yeah.
Do what?
That's cheaper than I've seen it here. It's about $34 to $37 a box.
Are you guys ready? I just sold 50 rounds for $50. And the guy was happy to buy it. He's talking to me about it. He wants hollow points now. I'm like, it's going up. He goes, it's okay. I'm like, we can talk. He's a brand new gun owner. And I'm like, well, I'll help you out if you help me with money. All it takes is money.
Yeah.
Normally, I never sell my ammo to anyone. Actually, the ammo I sold today, I bought at a gun show, so I didn't even reload it. So
I don't think we see the $6.99 $6.99 9mm ammo ever again. If you want my honest opinion, based off the cost increases I've seen come through from Vista, I just don't see it happening.
do you think primers are going to come back down to $40 a thousand?
I would say probably more like 7 cents a piece is what I've seen so far as the wholesale stuff, what it's going for actually. I would say 7 cents a piece is what we're looking at.
And see, guys, that's what I don't want. I don't want the Hillary hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's sad. All we can do is hope and pray that it comes back down to reality. It's going to take a ruin. Did he mix powders, he said, on accident?
No, he burned a quarter pound of old mixed powder.
Oh,
today.
okay. That sure does suck when you accidentally put the wrong powder into your container. That's why I keep one powder on the table at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Big E called me. I might be your huckleberry on that one, buddy. And I'm not putting this comment on up there. So
Wow. Yeah.
there you go.
That's still too much.
Not by me.
I could settle for that, really, with some of the stuff that I've seen. Yeah,
Everybody gonna sit and fuss about prices when we did it when we basically did it to ourselves. I mean, if you're gonna pay that, they're gonna expect you to pay it. I'm not with it.
I think the biggest thing was the ammo shortage, and then everyone that couldn't buy ammo decided to get into reloading, and that just squatching. Or I read the comment there. Just demand of it. I mean, they're getting crazy prices. I've looked on Gunbroker just to make myself sick, and $300 for 1,000 primers is not uncommon on Gunbroker, and people are paying it. Those auctions are getting bid on and won every single day at $300, and that's crazy.
I've seen 41s go for $500 1,000, and people are gobbling them up as fast. I was in the gun show. I kid you not, $200 and $300, and they're taking every time they put a brick on, someone put the money down, and I'm just like, I want to slap them silly, going, "Are you stupid?"
I don't blame you, Andy. I'd have picked that up too. Oh, Brian, you lucky devil, you.
Yeah, my Cabela's has them for about the same too. I think $34, $35 was the last time I bought a brick there. I don't know, whenever I texted Willie there, maybe a month ago.
Yeah, like last month.
You got that right.
Get them, but they're just not. You got to be there, You got to just happen to be there when they put them out.
Yeah, the kid must have been new because I called yours and I'm like, I was told you guys had primers. Oh, we haven't had them for 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
That's probably what they tell everybody,
I'm sure it is.
Well, a lot of the like Cabela's and the big companies, they've already got commitments to purchase X amount of primers every year. So those prices are going to be good. It's just when their supply runs out, I'm afraid we're going to see the prices go up because, like I said, I've got some connections in the wholesale market, and it is dried up. And anything that you can get on back order, if you can back order, is between I've seen it from 5.5 to 7.5 cents a piece, depending on which primer you're getting. So that's about 8 months down the road from what we're seeing right now.
Wow. Yeah, if I didn't get my score, I would be screwed. Just it's simple as that. I was getting ready to buy a flintlock so I could just make my own black powder, and at least I could still shoot. But it's sad.
Our reloading videos are looking pretty lucrative right now for some of us.
Yeah, I got lucky on both those.
Good luck finding that mold like you. I have a notification alert in at MP molds for the 358 180 grain hollow point mold. I think you did that to me, CW. You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You're gonna like the mold. The MPs they're fabulous molds. They really are. Everybody who casts owed himself to have at least one, and then I guarantee it won't be the last one you own.
Mhm.
Uncle Jim just did a video tonight. He just got one.
Jamie, it's all his fault over there. I got a mold because of him. You got a mold because of him, and I want to buy another mold because of him. I want to buy a mold because of Uncle Jim. Ay vey, it never ends.
Yeah, I don't have the in stock notification yet, so I haven't paid for mine yet. But Fuzz was talking about spring ahead, fall back. Me and Russ and Chico may have a out on that deal.
I hope they do it. Either way, just leave it alone.
I've been hoping they'd get rid of it completely. Just do it across the United States one time. Daniel, you look good in your video. I hollow point molds just scare the heck out of me. Hey Tim, and I know CW, they're not that bad, but I've seen guys beat the living snot out of their molds trying to get those bullets off those pins, and it's just, I don't know. Call me a chicken. I'm just too chicken to step up for a hollow point.
You need hot pins.
Oh yeah. Plus, my lead's always too hard, so why have a hollow point?
Yeah, for you with zinc, it didn't make much sense other than looks.
They would be pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Chico.
Yeah, I made up a couple of hollow pointers, a friend of mine, and I worked out a way to make them, but it's just so labor intensive. It's a pain. It's just not worth it unless you're doing such a small amount.
So
Yeah, that's true, Brian. The MP molds do drop a lot easier than other styles.
Mr. Emperor, I was thinking of inviting Uncle Jim on tonight, but I hadn't heard from him in a while. I was thinking about inviting him and just to see about if the pirate ducky is over here. I don't think a pirate ducky would be in Georgia.
You'd think you'd be able to find it though. From the video, you'd kind of think that he'd know a general area where to look. In my eyes.
Now, see, we can't have that. Pamela, that makes too dang much sense. These are politicians we're talking about, huh? They'll never do anything like that. What Pollard said. Hey, 67 Rebel SST AMC. Yep. 45 don't shrink, does it?
Mm-mm. Now, I know Jim got a nice 147 grain brass mold off eBay, so that would have been nice. But he's going to get a workout with that brass. I heard that's really heavy.
The MPs are a little smaller. They're not quite as bad. It's still a good chunk, but it's not as bad as others.
What's MP's turnaround time normally?
In stock stuff, he's actually pretty quick. I've gotten stuff from him faster than the local guys, the United States guys. And most of the time they're pretty good in stock, you know.
Good one, Emperor. Good one. Might be a private joke. Apparently y'all don't get it.
I can't even see it, so sorry. I'd have to get closer.
Pollellard. Pollard. Get it? Pollard?
Mm-hmm.
That's only what Emperor called him the whole first 2 years he was on it. Yeah, really, Russ. Man, I'm sick of the fall back. I don't mind so much, but the spring forward has got to go, boys.
That's ridiculous.
The
That was
spring
for
forward.
farmers back in the 20s, or I
Yeah,
mean, so
yeah.
their
So
kids could come home and work the crops.
there is a bill in our state house to do to what is it? Daylight saving time year round. That's what
Yeah.
we need.
Well, it has to go to Congress, United States Congress, then to approve it.
Oh, bull. What's it
Nope.
got? Ain't got none of their nothing to do with them. So what
Nope.
about up in Ohio, Squat?
We do daylight savings time as well. I think the cutoff over a portion of Indiana doesn't do it, but we're all daylight savings time here. I was thinking if we could get like maybe that daylight savings time attached to maybe one of these bills that Congress is going through, like we could probably make it happen, but I don't think anyone wants to touch it.
Well, given the choice between two, I would rather have daylight savings time all year round. What about in California, Willie?
They're never going to change it. They'll die before they change it. And it should be from state to state. They're never going to pass it here. They'll just keep rolling along like morons. And we, as private citizens, try to fight it to get them to change it. They'll say, we'll look at it. That's all they do.
Willie,
Yes, sir.
find some reason for standard time to cause cancer, and California will change it.
Because we cause cancer no matter what. I'm telling you right now.
Either that, or say, daylight savings time causes cancer because of all the sun exposure, and they'll
True.
put standard time.
That's true. But they'll say, you know what, your kids got to come home early, because they got to mow those lawns for you. So we got to keep that daylight savings going. Got to split the times, no matter what. Drives me nuts. And as a retired man, I really don't care. I get up when I get up. I go to bed when I go to bed. I don't really care, but I think it's stupid that they do this stuff. It's just, like you said, it was made for the farmers, and there's still farmers out there, but not as much as there used to be,
Well, 6-shooter Texan, the reason I want daylight savings time year round is so when I get off of work, it's not dark. And I know that's going to be, but anyway, CW.
No, that would be great. I'd love to have my wife. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Jamie. I'd love to have my wife drive home when the sun's still up instead of being dark, because they play bumper cars on these freeways. So I don't know how. Well, in Georgia, it's freaking NASCAR down the freeway, but we play bumper cars here. That man had me plumbed white scared, and I'm like, Jamie, we're doing like 90. It's okay. We're fine. Zig, zag, zig, left, right, left, right. I'm like, oh my God, I'm Hail Mary. I'm going to, I'm like, this man's going to kill me. And I just landed here.
Y'all don't believe that hogwash, do you?
Oh, come on now. You know it. There's no Pinocchio nose here. I'm telling you.
So, CW, what about y'all change times in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So for everybody except for 3 states in the whole country do it the same weekend, the same time?
Mm-hmm. As far as I know.
I think so.
This weekend.
Yeah, daylight savings time is federally controlled. It's not state controlled.
Well, what kind of hogwash is that?
The government to tell us what to do. We all know.
It was 2 reasons, and somebody just said it was for war efforts and for crops, for farming crops. That's the only 2 reasons.
Yeah. And that's right, Walter. Whichever one they choose, we're going to get used to it. It's the back and forth that's really hard on your body.
Yeah. Believe me, I remember those days going to work, getting up that hour extra earlier. Oh, man, that sucked. I remember those days.
Yeah, I'm dreading Monday.
Squat, you got Harold Farmer there?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
You know, daylight savings time don't really mean much to me. I work dark to dark usually anyway, so it only affects me on the weekends.
Yeah. All right. I'm thinking.
That's Idaho.
I'm thinking Idaho has stole Pamela's.
Yeah, that's Idaho right there all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think
Somebody
it
said
does
something
either.
about the gender bills. I mean, I want to give these people two puppies, a male and a female, let them grow up. Both of them are going to wind up humping their leg, but one's got one kind of plumbing, the other's got the other.
That's right, Lakeview. You tell them, buddy.
That's why I like Kingpin's last video. I thought that was funny as hell. And I know I'm a bad guy for saying it, but we do not need to add a third bathroom for a little boy or a little girl that's confused because their parents made them confused.
That's a mental illness. It's not a confusion.
Really, Uncle John? What's going on with that? They can't keep track of what they're doing. I knew it. We caught him. We caught him. Kyle calling you?
They voted it down a year ago, but it didn't go through. There was another stage it had to go through, and it didn't make it. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it not making it through whatever process.
And I'm sorry, guys, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have a question for Squatch since I'm seeing all the baby boos behind him. My question is, the 45 caliber shell plate, will it work for 30 cal casings?
So that's a number one, I believe, shell plate that'll work for 308. Are you talking about the caliber, the shell plate itself?
Yeah, the shell plate where the casing gets locked into. Is it the same shell plate size for 30 cal as 45 ACP, or is it different?
I don't know for the 30 cal. It depends if the rim's the same as the 308. I know it'll work 308.
Well, yeah, 308, 30-06, 45 ACP, and so on. I'm just wondering, is it the same shell plate for a 45 as 308? And so, okay, good. Because I just bought a 45 conversion set, and I want to do 308 and everything else.
You're good. You're good.
Well, you're not gonna be able to use a powder without a.
Oh, I understand. Well, actually, my powder funnel is so old. In the inside, it does not have the powder funnel to change. It's all one piece. So I'm going over to one of my other powder dispensers I have to. So I'll have to change the inners of it, but that's it. So.
Willie, did you say you got a 450?
I have a 450.
Yeah, I should use the number one shell plate, and I believe. Let me look here. Yeah, the number one pins as well, the little brass pins.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. 308 should be just fine.
Great.
Yeah, Appalachian Reloader. It's like turkey season's fixing to start here, and some people are saying, I can't tell the difference between a male and a female turkey, and I'm like, well, it's a good thing you ain't a turkey, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like this comment. Go milk a bull, you'll find the difference in genders real quick.
That's right.
What movie was that when he came in and said, "Oh, I just got done milking the bull," and he's drinking the damn milk? Oh, damn it!
I could have gone all night and not heard that.
No, there was a movie. Damn it! What was it?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Funny as stupid as shit, but funny as hell. Seeing him walk in, sucking on that big bucket of milk, and it wasn't milk.
Had Kingpin.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Hey, there's Harold.
What's up, preacher?
Cranky's there too.
You weren't first, Harold. You got to be quicker.
CW's first on everybody's comment.
Oh yeah, CW. That's why I try to get on there. Oh, I'm second or second, third, fourth, whatever. But hey, this week's been a good week for videos. I'll tell you that. A lot of people put videos out this week. I've been very entertained, and I appreciate everyone doing the videos.
MCP's been going overboard, boy. He got like 4 or 5 this week.
Did you see the one where he did for Mike Treen, that wood? That turned out nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walnut's nice wood.
Mm-hmm.
We give Idaho. What's the difference? Last I heard, Pollard, they don't milk turkeys.
It's like almond milk. I've never seen a milk nut with teats.
Do a restart, Chico. Come on back on here, buddy.
So, Willie, what conversion kits or what are you going to reload on that 450?
I'm going to try to load. I got squared OB, so I got all pistols taken care of there. But the 450, I'm going to do 308, 30-06, 257 Roberts or Ackley, excuse me. Large rifle, and I will do some pistol. I'll probably buy the 9mm conversion for it. And I know it's an old press, but it still works. So,
Oh, 450, 550. I mean, of all the Dillon stuff I got, that's my favorite setup. Period. Just because it's a little bit more intimate and the accuracy's there. But hit me up with a text later. I might have some conversion kits you might want. So
okay, we can work a deal on something. I appreciate that. Any help? I really appreciate that. But yeah, I grabbed the 45 for what, $39 on eBay. No one's bidding on it. He had it. I go for I can't spell anyways, but I misspell on stuff on purpose, and I found it. No one was bidding on it, and I just nabbed it. Free freight even.
I do the same thing.
So I bet that person was pissed because right now everything's on fire on eBay.
Conversion kits are crazy on eBay for any Dillon press right now.
Oh yeah, you're dropping. Well, most of them are $100 new, and then sometimes I've seen them for $100 used, and I just couldn't believe that. I'm like, no thanks, Not everyone speak.
Got quiet.
It did.
So the 450, does it have any of the 550 like primer system upgrades?
Yeah, no, it's a manual priming system and a manual powder system, But I'm gonna get the upgrade so it'd be the normal powder system like you have in your 550 and so on. I need to get the plate for when the completed round slides down, that aluminum chute coming down, that's missing off of it. So then again, it might not ever came with it, It could be that old. So
do you got a strong mount on it or no?
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
Let me jump off camera here for a second.
But I called Dylan and they said, leave a message and we'll call you back. And that was 3 days ago. Didn't get a call.
So, but Willie, you do have a regular Dillon powder drop, right?
Yeah. I have 2 of them.
Are you gonna put that one on there?
Yeah. Once I get the conversion for it, I will. But for now, I'm still using the manual one, and what doesn't bother me pushing the handle in and out to drop the powder.
Is that what you need?
Yeah.
I'll put it in your package Monday.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Like, I've got parts everywhere, man. Trust me. It's no big deal.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. But it's an old press, but I figured I'll use it until I can't use it anymore. But I don't foresee not using it. I mean, some people are saying sell it off, and I'm thinking, yeah, I could have sold it, but why? Just because I can't slide the head unit off and slide in a new one with 5 stations instead of 4? It's fine. It's set up for 38 right now. That's what the guy had it for. So that's what I have it set for now. But I was shocked when I tried to knock the center section out of the powder dispenser and found out it's all one piece. So she's an old girl.
Hey, Cranky, if you have a 223 conversion kit for your dealing, the only thing you need to make it 300 blackout conversion is the powder funnel,
Yeah,
And the die.
62 by
and the dies. Squat, say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
You need a 7.62 by 39 powder funnel to run blackout on a 223 conversion.
Right.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing. Actually, there was a company on maybe Amazon that's Mighty Armory, maybe, or somebody. It was similar like that. They sell that 7.62 blackout powder funnel, and I ordered it, and I think 2 days later I got an email that was like, it's out of stock, so we just refunded your money. It was the same price as Dylan. The only thing Dylan's was maybe on back order or something, because I do have the conversion kit for 223 for my 650.
It gets me is I'm surprised with these 3D printers right now that people aren't printing the parts out, for the inner funnel and everything like that. Is if you do it with a hard enough plastic, I don't foresee it breaking in my eyes. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
Probably would wear really fast. It's got to flare the case. I don't think it would
yeah,
last.
but you think about it, you're not flaring a case on a 30 cal, and if you're doing jacketed on 300 blackout, you're not flaring the case there either. You just want it to bud up and drop the powder. Now, if you're putting lead, then yeah, you want to flare the case. But how many of us really shoot? Well, I mean, I know I do and you do. We shoot lead out of our blackouts. But Chico, do you shoot lead out of yours?
I will be.
Yeah, but for now, you're doing all jacketed though, right?
No, it'll be lead starting off. I mean, because I've got a 30 cal mode. I mean, the thing with that is too, man, even before all this stuff happened with, the price increases and stuff like that, shit, a box of 30 cal bullets is kind of expensive. At least to me, they were. The only 30 cal bullets I have are ones that people sent me. Like Johnny's Reloading Bench sent me some. Uncle Jim sent me some. I think MCK gave me some. I'm sure Jamie's gave me some. I know Jamie's MCK Georgia boy definitely gave me some rifle casts. But as far as jacketed, I don't have that many. And like I said, before all this happened, shit, they were kind of expensive.
Oh yeah,
bullets.
I agree 100%. That's why I do everything in lead or zinc, but I do have jacketed for rifles. I have like the Garand where I have to shoot jacketed, but yeah. And I could see it wearing, but if you're not flaring it that much, it might last for a while if you had a 3D printer. They have some hard plastics out there now. Not everything's brittle.
I'm kind of like what Scott, either CW said probably about it wearing, and you want that consistent flare, especially if you loading up 50 cast bullets the same. You want that consistent flare each time. Otherwise,
I understand. If you're doing lead, then yeah, you want the steel. I agree. But if you're just doing jacketed, I don't foresee it need to flare. Maybe
the way it's designed, it goes down in the neck of the case. So
does it?
There still is going to be wear there. It's just the way it's designed.
Mm.
It could certainly be done. It just would probably wear.
With rifle, I would use like an M die and set a little bit of flare that I need for anything cast anyways. That way you get a good consistent neck tension. And then as far as the powder drop goes, you just want to mate up to that case mouth, drop the powder in. You might be able to get away with it with something like that.
Yeah, I love my M die, especially for 300 blackout.
I don't have 300 blackout. I do have it's basically an M die from CH4D, and they're local to me, like 8 miles away. The crow flies. I can go into CH4D and walk in and pick out any.
That's great.
All of my rifle stuff, I've switched over and doing it that way. That way, I'm not because I size on the size trim die and then just hit it with an M die and drop the powder in and go. They've
been good for a long time. They make good stuff.
Yeah, they make great dies.
89 years old and still kicking it.
Yep, I got some old stuff from them.
Yeah.
Never heard of them. That's sad. I've never heard of them.
CH?
Yeah, I've never have.
They even make some presses that I was checking out last time I was in there. Just amazing. The as small as the shop it is, and the knowledge from the owner is crazy. The guy, I could sit in there for hours and just listen to any caliber you can think of. That guy knows about it. He can tell you the problems you're going to have and what you need to do to fix it.
Well, we got a question on the floor right here. I think that's more of a CW Squatch type thing. He's got a T7 thinking about it. Dylan, this is Harold Farmer. He's got 20,000 primers. Yeah. Chico knows CH.
Yep.
Yeah, I got this on a crazy deal, but it says California on it. Oh, this was some year, maybe a year or two ago. My local gun store, the guy had somebody who kind of was turning in all the stuff, and I had a lot of those vintage primers and stuff. I think I gave Kyle the shotgun primers, and I had a lot of brass and some little, some odds and ends, a thing of shotgun shot for lead. So, but I kept on to it because I started researching the company, and I was like, this may be, of value if I find other. I don't think everything's here. So, but sorry, whoever I cut off showing my dang stuff to.
I think with 20,000 primers, Harold, you're good. Thanks for sharing that with us too, Chico.
No problem, brother. That name, when I heard Squatch talking about CH, I was like, I got something CH over here.
Yeah, Jamie, as far as the 20,000 primers, put in perspective on this 750, 100 primers is 8 minutes of fun. So it just depends on how much fun you want to have.
And remember, Harold, this ain't going to last forever, buddy.
Yep.
We have another question.
Not a lot of them, anyways.
I was at my Cabela's yesterday. They had 3 boxes of burger bullets, and I think they were like $58 for a box of 50. Pollard is running the Lee expander and powder measure. I don't have a Dillon funnel. I've got this one right here. Y'all can't see it. It's the what they call it, the one that slides, the Lee one that slides. So Big E's looking to sell some firearms. We'll talk, man. Don't sell nothing till you talk to me, man. There you go. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about tonight. How many of you guys know Cyclops?
The scope guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's having
Scope giveaway?
YouTube. He's having a scope video or giveaway, but he's also having YouTube troubles with their algorithms and stuff. Apparently, he's made them mad in some way, form, or fashion, and he's not getting the respect that he deserves because the man does great work. He does some really good scope reviews.
He does, Jamie, for a lot of people that don't know, he does a lot of scope giveaways. Like,
okay, let's everybody say bye to Squatch. He's got to jump off. He's got to get ready for bed and work tomorrow.
See you, Squatch.
Good night, Squatch.
Good night, Squatch.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, and I'll try to get on here more than I have been. But it's good seeing y'all. Good seeing you guys in the side chat, and God bless y'all.
Yeah.
Good night, Ben.
God bless you, bro.
Ben, you can give me a call anytime you want. We can discuss what you want to do.
Will do, man. Appreciate it.
Have fun tomorrow.
I will, Walter, but it's going to take me a minute. Y'all, Chico, run the show. Let me go do this. And he gone.
Chico, gone. Okay, CW, run the side chat.
Yeah.
Oh, we're over an hour in, and I have not done that. Ooh, y'all gonna fire me? Okay. We got Sergeant Devil Dog. We got Chico, who's in and out of the panel. We got Edward Petty. Wait a minute, he's back. He can do it. I hope he can do
I thought it was working good.
it.
It
Can
was
you
about
run
10
down?
minutes.
Can you run down the side chat while I get a link to Cyclops?
Yeah. So let me start at the top and go to the bottom. Ooh, damn, that's a lot. Very first one at 8:42 says Chris 338. Appreciate it, brother. He's always here every week. G Pitchner. Hey brother, he always he definitely is on Instagram and on YouTube and is in communication with me and Kyle for sure. Andy 79Z28. Brian Buford. I'm gonna screw that up. Brian, who said just picked up last week CCI 500s for 37 per 1,000 at Cabela's. I'd buy that all day. That it right now. Signal Soldier 31's out there. Big E, Walter Davis, Fuzz T Fork 8, Sergeant Devil Dog, Uncle John, Lakeview Outdoors, James Pollard, Vanessa Kitty, Daniel God is my judge, PC Bullet Empire. We got Cranky Cletus, Pamela Earp, James Pollard, 67 Rebel SST AMC, Booze and Bullets, Walter Davis, who else? JCM 45, Reloader 762, K24. Mario Mosen was out there. He probably still is. 6-shooter Texans out there. Say Uncle John again. TG Cooper. Thanks for being here. You look new to me, but that's okay. We appreciate you being here. Let's see who else. Appalachian Reloader, Sergeant Devil Dog, Preacher's Day Off, GGW Reloading. Big Al was out there. I'm sure he's listening. And dang, it is a lot of y'all. Uncle John,
Magnum Workshop.
Magnum Works. So there we go. Thorax. I was getting to more. Raleigh, Hidden Steel CA. More of y'all. G23. It was more of y'all. Harold Farmer.
Mike Hester. Mike Hester was here earlier. Pamela Earp.
Let's see. Yep. JC Tech.
Whoops.
Far out, man. Okay, I'm going to do this right here. And I'm also going to do all right, I forgot to do that. So how far did you get before you realized you was gone, Chico?
I got everybody, I think. It was right at the end.
Okay, there's a link for Cyclops. What was that?
I don't know. I think I did get everybody though.
Well, we at one point we had like 63 62 or 63 on tonight. So you guys humble us greatly by coming in here every Friday night.
Yeah, that's
So
a good turnout.
this is a link for Cyclops Joe, Cyclops videos, Joe W. Ray. You guys go over there and make a comment on one of his videos and tell him the Georgia Shooting Connection sent you. And I would appreciate that greatly.
He's a
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
enjoy
Walter.
his content. I watch it a lot. I've put in for the scopes because those are some nice scopes that he gives away. And I want to say that the companies give it to him to do a review. And you know what, we missed him down there at the range day. He was down there, and the reason how I knew this because
Poor Chico. Poor guy.
What's the matter, Uncle John?
Is Uncle John still mad at someone?
I think he's
back.
having trouble with the that auto thing that everybody has problems with.
I got your back, Uncle John. Someone messes with you, let me know. Might take me 6 days to drive there, but poor Chico.
I almost give up. Huh? I don't know. I got every device off.
We got to run you a cable, man. Get you a good laptop.
Yeah, a hard line would help him tremendously.
Yeah, he's too important to us not to have.
Absolutely. Run a good hard line down to his computer, and that'll help you tremendously.
Not a bad first day. We passed up pretty darn good charity.
So yeah, if y'all go over and make a comment on one of Joe's videos, one of Cyclops' videos, and tell him Georgia Shooting Connection sent y'all, maybe he'll come and pay us a visit sometime. I invited him.
There's Lever Guns.
Mr. Lever Guns 50.
Nice videos lately, man. I really enjoy them.
Yeah, me too. Those are some beautiful firearms he got. And getting great expansion out of those monsters too.
There you go, 762. Now, y'all need to listen to that guy. Reloader 762 is a smart feller.
Yeah, I'll have to look up. How do you pronounce it? Is it?
Oh, poor Chico. Poor guy. Yeah, I'm on a laptop right now, but I got a hard line, so it's the only reason I can get what I'm doing.
Big E, that's just everybody on here, man. Have y'all seen the kind of numbers he's got? He's unbelievable, man. Yes, he does. And when me and Chico get together and we shoot our water jugs with our 38 special hollow points, it ain't going to hold a candle to what he does. I mean, he makes it rain, guys. I mean, those big old bullets he's pushing, he does awesome work.
Don't forget to use all your old clothes, all your old jeans, get them sopping wet like he does to catch the bullet after it goes through the jug. Russ, you looking mighty tired today. You feeling okay?
I'm wore out. I'm beyond tired. I just enjoy reading the side chat while you guys are discussing casting and stuff. I'll read some of the stuff. These guys are crazy.
Yeah, we haven't talked about casting yet at all tonight, have we? Jamie, you're muted, Jamie.
I know I'm talking to my son. Say hey, Jay. So he came in to talk to me. I muted myself for a second. All right.
Far out.
Yeah, he did.
So good night, Harold.
Good night,
Well,
preacher.
I'll be over there in a little bit. Yeah, he made it snow in Alabama. That don't happen much. Well, thanks, BPJ. That's awful nice of you to say something like that, buddy. But of mine, my shooting accessories, I gotta say, and there's one thing we need to bring up. Um, yeah, we got that took care of, man. Walter wants to build a 45 120. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I forgot what I was thinking. I need Chico. I can't think right when Chico ain't here. Um, one of my favorite shooting accessories is my Caldwell lead sled. Um, but one thing I would advise you guys against is if you get a lead sled and you use it to sight in your scope, do not strap that thing down because that all that percussion from that round has got to go somewhere. And if you strap that thing down, you're going to ruin your scope.
Uncle Jim sighting.
Lead sleds are hard on guns.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
are.
I've never strapped mine. I like mine, but I never strap it down, and I never put lead in it. It's just heavy enough to sit. So
I haven't used mine in years. Matter of fact, it's sitting here on the floor.
And mine's not a true lead sled. I bought mine from Bass Pro, and I forget what manufacturer, but it looks just like it.
A friend of mine and we were shooting one day. He had a nice Ruger, old Ruger 300 Winchester Magnum, and he bought him a lead sled and anchored it down. It wasn't strapped in, but it broke the stock on that Ruger right at the grip where it meets the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it happening. They can be pretty rigid. Like I said, I just don't enjoy it. It's not an enjoyable way to shoot for me. I don't find recoil objectionable, so I just don't.
No, I like heavy recoil. I'm one of those guys.
There's a guy here in town, and let me put this comment back up. There's a guy here in town who owns a deer processing place down 101 from here, and he's also a guide out in Colorado. The name of his place is Rocky Mountain Processing, and he takes guys out to the Rocky Mountains on elk hunts and deer hunts and so forth and so on. So being in the guide business, you have a lot of responsibilities to get these guys up and running when they go on trips with you. And he said that he watched the guy blow out two $600 scopes before they realized what was going on because he was strapping them down with that Velcro strap and shooting them, and that pressure's coming right up through the scope. Think about it. If it's not recoiling, yeah, you're blowing the reticle out of your scope.
Jamie, you know how I was talking about how I glass bed the one piece bases to the top of the actions?
Yeah.
Well, in most actions on the end, I can I use Devcon plastic steel. It's impregnated with stainless steel dust. So on the front end of that, I will make a recoil lug out of the epoxy and smooth it off, and but even so, the all of the recoil is not going into the scope because I'm free recoiling when I shoot, and I get it in the shoulder. But if you don't, a lot of your heavier kicking calibers, they can cause a base or rings to slide if they're not torqued properly and done properly. That's the reason I do it like that.
That's a pretty good idea. And let me say this about that. Seriously, Russ, that needs to be a video. Just say
I know I need to work on it. I need to work on it.
yeah, I would tell y'all to go to Russ's channel, but I think he had evaporated all of his content. But yeah, I would appreciate y'all going over to see Cyclops. He's on the ropes. And while you're at it, watch his latest video, and he's got a scope giveaway going on. So enter for that. It's a very nice vortex, and I shouldn't have told y'all that because I'm hoping to win it. But anyway, there's my man.
Shouldn't have no problems now.
All right, let me say this to the most dedicated man in the dirty South. Chico Wise is back.
So I should be able to communicate and everything now. It's just I prefer being in the loading room, and then when I'm up here, especially if my son is trying to sleep, I try not to bother him. That's why I always wear the headsets and stuff like that. So
we now see Chico's other passion. That's his gaming computer.
Nah, I used to be a gamer, man, a long time ago, man. But this headset, I think Willie was saying he liked it, man. It was just like I couldn't beat it for $5 from Five Below. So some good deals. But you know what, man? Ever since I was cutting off, I didn't have enough time. I'm gonna tell you about another accessory. I know we talking about other stuff, but look, here's another accessory I was just thinking about when I go to the range, whether I'm, cast bullets or whatever. But another accessory that a lot of people haven't thought about. I'm videoing stuff when I, instead of taking my target, sometimes I snap pictures and they go in the trash. And I know that's kind of weird, but I'm already picking up brass and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So the camera works for me sometimes. I don't always get video, but if I snap pictures of targets, and I do write on my targets to load when I'm at the range, I snap that picture and I've got it, a file on it, so to speak. So that might help somebody, maybe not, but I'm weird like that. Hey, Thorzax. Did we ever get on casting? I was going in and out. So.
No, we never got on casting. But I was just saying, I don't know if you heard or not, but I was saying if you got a lead sled and you're sighting in your rifle, don't strap it down.
Talking about blowing out that reticle. Yeah, I was hearing that.
Okay. One thing I will say what they're great for, and that is when you mount a new scope on your rifle and you can take it outside and use that to bore sight it. To set your target up out there, and it don't matter what, anything from a Coke can to an actual target. Set it up there and look at it get the bore of the gun right on your target, and then strap it down. Strap it down then, and then adjust your reticle to the same as the barrel. And then you're going to be on paper. Yeah, we talked about molds a bit. Well, they talked about molds a bit.
Has anybody bought any lead? recently in the side chat? Have they seen? I've heard about increases of yeah. Willie, I know you did. You had those cans of lead. That was pretty cool.
I never thought of doing that. Use a beer or soda can for
And just cut it. I probably what he did maybe.
Mm-hmm. Filled it up, cut the top off, filled it up, and just cut the can off of it. And you can still recycle the can or make gas checks out of it. Be really soft after you got it that hot, but
That is absolutely amazing, Walter.
But I did call my scrap guy Chico, and I can still get it for $1.25 a pound instead of $1 a pound.
That's still not bad.
That's still great.
Reload a 762. He's got about 120 pounds of linotype. That's nice. Georgia boy said he got a bucket of wheel weights, $20, 70 pounds.
There you go.
I tell a lot of people, I've been getting asked that a lot on Facebook because I don't, for some reason, some people starting to maybe catch on either my Instagram or Facebook with the lead bullets I put out. They're asking me where to get them from, and I'm like, just get your stuff now. You know, your raw materials, molds if you can, if you don't pay an arm and leg for them. But the lead, yeah, it's everywhere. Believe it or not. No way, Uncle Jim. Wow.
Wow, 360 pounds. How much you get it for, Jim? Hopefully you bought it all.
I think he did a video.
Oh, did he?
I'm pretty
I
sure
haven't
he
seen
did.
that one yet. Last one I saw, he was shooting his little bullets for see if they tumbled. That was the last video I saw of his.
For dummy round, yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice looking little pistol too. I like that little one.
Okay, Sergeant Devil Dog, that's going to be
Soft.
soft. Yeah.
But it's still good. That is still good.
Oh, absolutely.
So just stop by one of your local local tire shops and buy a 5-gallon bucket of wheel weights and separate them.
But I'll throw this in. Do not tell them what you're using it for.
Yeah, you're buying it to do fishing sinkers for the Boy Scouts. That's what I used to say, and that's where I got my best price. Because everyone loves to help Boy Scouts out.
If you tell them you're making bullets, the price goes up. That's a guarantee.
Ideal 320-366. Okay, use with 8mm Mauser. What do you think, CW?
That's good, yeah.
I want my finished product at 324 for mine.
Mon, well, 447, I'm trying to think of the number off the top of my head. 323, 477.
320-366.
That's a heavier one, I believe. Mine is 165. I'm looking for it here. I got one here. I know I do. Maybe it's in my bag.
Good James. Well, I guess he's talking about saying Boy Scouts.
What are y'all talking about?
What are you talking about? When my son was in Boy Scouts, I made sure I used his troop number because I was smart. Because they'll ask you, what's the troop number? You can't just throw a number. There he goes.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was in Boy Scouts, and the rifle.
That's an 8mm 165.
See, now, CW is the man. He can have bullets laying around in his house, and his wife doesn't throw them away or yell at him about it. My old lady be throwing him out of the room or out back or in the garage. I can never have loose bullets.
Y'all gonna make me do this, aren't you? All right, I'll be back.
Plus, he whips a mold number off the top of his head. Oh yeah, it's this. Yeah, you are the casting guru.
So I got a question there for CW. how many molds do you think you suspect you have? Like a total number of molds, if you were to throw a number.
I have no idea.
Near
I
your
couldn't
door.
even tell you. I probably got 30 or 40 Lee 2 cavities.
Right. And that's just
Probably
Lee.
A couple of dozen 6 cavities. I don't know how many Lyman 2 cavities, RCBS. A couple dozen RCBS maybe.
Now add up quick. I know for me myself, when I first got into casting, I was like, I want to make this bullet, I want to make this bullet and this bullet. And when I started finding stuff cheap on eBay, good molds, steel molds, I was buying them up when I could if they was $20, with shipping. So I probably got 3 or 4 steel molds that came from eBay, which was wow, just very cheap. And now I look at Lee molds, even the 2 cavities, and I almost want to cry because of the price, because of the everything that's going on, because of the price hike.
Right now, it's crazy.
I got it in my mind that I've got a really nice custom 358 429 mold, which is the 170 grain long Keith mold from Lyman. It's not the giant one. The 627 is the giant one. That's the 200 and something grain. This is the 170 grain. And a guy on one of the boards I'm on hollow pointed it. So it's about a 158, 160 now with a hollow point. I love the bullet. It's great in my maximum, but the nose is too long for my Marlin. It won't feed. It's on the long side for my Colt that I like to shoot heavy bullets in, but it's fine in the Smith & Wesson. So I'd like to do a 357 466 hollow point, or I'd like to find, and there's a couple of them on the board over there, and it's not that the guys are wanting crazy money. It's just I'd like to build up one of my own. And I said, one of the guys asked if I had a mold, and I said, yeah, I know I got a 2 cavity, but I got to look for a single cavity. I'm pretty sure I got it. So I found it today.
Wow, nice.
Brand new, old
stock.
I picked it up somewhere, but it's a no box. But it's still in the cellophane wrapper as it came from the
Nice.
factory. I don't know how old. I don't think it's ancient, but it's probably at least 80s or so. I don't know when they came this way or the lineage of them, but that's factory Lyman packaging. It's never been opened.
Yeah, I've got
go ahead, Chico. Go ahead, Chico. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've got a few of the old branded Ideal modes, and that's a Lyman. It's a Lyman mode, but it's a great mode. If going from aluminum to steel, the drawback is only the number of cavities for me. But I like a steel mode because when it gets to temperature, it's like, I mean, aluminums do too, but it's something about that steel for some reason, and that's my take on it from my experience. But I've got some aluminum molds that's pretty good also. I've got some NOE.
I'm sorry, I don't think there is a drawback to iron molds. I don't care if it's 1 cavity, 2 cavity. I mean, don't get me wrong. 1 cavity is like, oh, please, Lord, let me make a lot of them. But
a 2 cavity, a 1 cavity, or 2 cavity, you're gonna work for some bullets for volume. Yeah. So,
but iron is just, if you keep it good, it's gonna last you forever.
That's true.
For the aluminum, I was gonna tell CW, if he had those 2 cavities right now, throw them on eBay. Stuff you don't use all the time. Get your money out. People are buying on eBay everything. Jamie still hasn't put his 5.56 mold on eBay. I know he hasn't. I'm throwing you under the bus, Jamie.
GGW just asked for the cherry number. There is none. It's 357446. So it's an earlier mold.
Earlier one, yeah. They don't have a cherry number.
This is the same bullet. Let me raise this.
446 it's a plain base 158 grain, the standard semi-wad cutter 357 that everybody's used to. Here you go. That looks just like mine. Yep.
Yeah, this is a 8mm mold, and
that's probably the same. Probably the same as what I got. It looks about the same.
165 grain.
Yep, that's the same one I got.
This 175. This is a Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the 2 grease lubes and then the 1 crimp groove. And then I wanted to show off this beautiful thing right here. This is a 7.62 by 54R. You recognize that bullet?
Look at that pretty thing.
Look at that. What is that? 217 grains or
It's
something
thereabouts, yeah.
So,
They vary a lot when they get heavy and you change your alloy.
man, that is a good looking. That's a good looking round right there. I'm sorry, it just is.
Cranky, I agree. The 2 cavity for pistol ammo is too slow, and I think that's also dependent on what pistol it is. I probably would. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have a 2 cavity 9mm mode because there was one I was bidding. There was a few that I was bidding on before all of this went crazy, and I wasn't gonna pay crazy prices for it. But yeah, for most of my plinking pistol ammo, it's volume mode. So my Lee or my NOE.
See, Cranky, you just got to get retired like me, and then you can do those 2 cavities all day long. Not worry about it. But no, I love 6 cavity. Lee 6 cavity. I love those. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping the accurate is going to be just as good since I got the top handle now and the handles for it. So, but yeah, I understand. Cranky.
Really, don't you have like a 10 cavity or 8 cavity mode?
Yeah, I got an 8 cavity that West Covina Dodge gave me. Uncle Jim got the 2 10 cavity big monsters.
Yeah, I have one too.
Heavy.
Heavy. That's a
yeah.
workout with those. They are a workout indeed.
I don't have a problem with 2 cavities. I don't have a problem with 1 cavities, but depends on what it is. Depends on how much you're shooting it. If it's
That's
something
true.
you're shooting a lot, yeah, it's kind of silly. When I buy molds now, I generally buy more than 2 cavity. I like 4s, but I would buy a 2. I bought just a 1 just a couple weeks ago. I bought another single cavity hollow point mold. That's still more specialty. It's not as big a deal to me. It's
Correct.
fine.
I agree. I
like
definitely agree there. Yeah.
Like loading on a single stage. I got 2 Dillons sitting there, but I load a lot on the single stages.
Yeah, Uncle Jim makes a good point too. Who's blasting enough for it to matter with primers the way they are right now? Yeah, and this bullet, this 165, the one you have, CW, this is a single cavity mold that I have.
Yeah,
So
the one I just showed you is single. This is single. That's why I want it. That's why I was looking for it, because if you hollow point it the way they do it, it's the Lyman way. It's the way the guy does it.
Yeah.
You could do a 2 cavity, but it would be one of the cavities hollow pointed. It's just easier to do a single cavity.
Now is that and I've been on a site where a guy he can turn your mold into a hollow. I forget the name of it, but I can.
Eric, Mr. Hollow Point.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah.
This isn't him, but he's friends with that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he does some good work. I've even looked at that site where they have some molds for sale that's already been converted.
Yeah, that's the cheaper way to go.
Right.
He does good work, but he's not afraid to charge for it either.
Right.
The one thing about a single cavity mold for rifle is every bullet is exactly identical.
Yep.
And if you're working on load development, that's hard to beat.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. With everything, it's going to be some pros and cons. It's going to be a trade-off. So
I have 2 1 cavity molds. One of them is the 311 410. It's a little spire point, about 130 grain, 140 grain bullet, and I really like it. I want to try some of those in 7.62 by 54R. I think it was probably made for 30 carbine or 7.62 by 39. But I'm thinking it'd be fun in 30-30. Of course, you can't double load. You'll have to double load them and not fill the magazine.
You cast those single cavity hollow points. Sometimes Sometimes they get away from you and you end up with things like this. It's like a anti-hollow point or reverse hollow point.
I'll be damned.
You don't put
Don't
the
say
stem
it,
in.
Willie. I know what you're thinking.
You don't put the stem in.
I
And,
wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. You saw the wheels turning.
I smelled smoke, Willie.
Russ, do you cast at all, Russ?
Not yet.
Oh, we gotta
That's the
bring
reason
you
I've been
into the world.
quiet.
We need to bring you in the world of casting because
I've got about 250 to 300 pounds of soft lead, and I've been trying to decide what I was going to do, but I'm not paying stupid prices for this stuff, so I'm on hold right now. I reckon.
oh yeah, right now molds are stupid prices, just stupid.
All I'm really interested in casting is maybe some 125 grain 9 mil to powder coat, and
For some planking ammo.
yeah, I like heavy the heavy Elmer Keith bullet and a 44 Magnum.
how about that one? That's about 300 and something grain, 340, I think, 327, something like that. That's a 44.
Good gracious, that looks like a ton of fun right there.
Good
That's
golly,
big one.
Miss Molly, that's a big boy.
That's a big one. Here's the classic. That's a RCBS 250 KT.
Yeah,
Like-
that's the one I've shot the most of in a 44.
That's a really good bullet.
yeah.
Yeah, I sold the K to the Scotsman, brand spanking new, still has the oil on it in the case.
Good mold.
Beautiful bullet.
CW, I've got a friend that lives in Alaska that carries a 44 Magnum, and that bullet, he cast his out of I don't know the Brunel hardness of it, but it's an extremely hard bullet. He said there's nothing better at stopping a bear. So that cast bullet.
That's right, Uncle John. Zinc is the way to go, buddy.
That's a 45,
Yeah.
250 grain wad cutter.
Oh,
Wow.
But that
Good gracious.
Yeah, you sent me some
talk
of
about
those.
a meat plat. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
I'd
making
like
nice
to see the
round
slow
holes.
motion shockwave off of that bullet.
Can you imagine? Yeah. Yep.
James Pollard, yes. And I even remember people saying it's not worth it to cast. I mean, to reload 9mm. So, and that's what I started with. But my journey was, or my vision was volume, because I shoot a lot of 9mm. So yeah. But that's what I started casting first too, 9mm.
Chico, I hope we can get there again one day. Shoot a lot of 9mm and not worry about it.
Yeah, I'll never be caught like this again. Even though I've been conservative, I've been shooting a lot of 22. But y'all don't know, I just had my first USPSA match, pistol competition match, and competition. I had too much fun because I'm wanting to do it again, because competition shooting is like a hell of a drug, and it was fun, man, and I learned a lot. I didn't get DQ'd. That was a goal of mine, to not get disqualified, because there are so many rules.
Well, that guy right next to you, I've seen a lot of footage of him blowing 40 cals.
Yeah, it was badass, man.
I got to get into it. I got to try it.
So hopefully in the future I won't be caught down. I mean, I've been on forums like CW was saying, and you hear people talking about, man, I've got 70,000 primers, because they remember years ago, even before I started reloading. It's like, damn. But before all this happened, I would see primers in the store for $30 for 1,000, and a typical person would say they'll be there. I don't need them. I'll buy 1,000 here, 1,000. Then you'd be like, they'll be there. I will never be like that again. Next time I see them, I'll be buying them.
I'll tell you right now, the first time I meet Kevin, the New York reloader, he's going to kick me square in the ass saying, I've been telling you for years to buy him. been telling you to buy them for years. And it's like, I can only buy 1 brick a month. And if I shoot a brick a month, then I'm just staying where I am, you know? And it was easy to take my kids shooting, and next thing you know, there's 2 bricks gone. You know, it's just like so simple to burn through 2,000 rounds between 3 or 4 people. It was not hard at all. Not anymore.
I have that mode, Lakeview, the 135 grain, but mine is not a hollow point. When I purchased that mode, it was I don't think the hollow point was available. And K24, they told us 125 rounds minimum, and I'm sure I went through. Well, it was first time shooter, so I didn't do perfect, but I didn't do horrible. I came okay. I know this. It was 64 shooters. I came 58 out of 64 shooters, and in my division, I shot limited division, and I came 13th out of 19 shooters. So I didn't terribly suck, and I didn't get DQ'd. So I'm happy about that, and I learned a lot in it. So I probably at least 200 rounds. But I enjoyed it, man. It was, and anybody else who's competition shoot, I know Thor's X has, K24 does, and there's other people. I'm sure they'll tell you it's the same thing. You know, it is a addictive sport.
It's a lot of fun. Just remember, you can't miss fast enough.
And I learned stuff that I did not. You know, it was just so. Like, for instance, I'll tell you this, and this was the part that tripped me up a couple stages. You get silhouette targets, and pretty much in USPSA, unless it's steel, every target gets 2 bullets. And they was telling me, they was like, you can shoot it more times than 2 if you want. You know, ammo's not a problem. So that wasn't my thing. It was just when I heard 2 shots, and they only score the best 2 shots. So I could shoot it 10 times.
Except
and they
for
only
the time.
Yeah, correct. The time, so the timer, right. But it was certain shots that I was just like, I think I pulled that shot and I didn't I didn't shoot it again. Because I was thinking about the time. It's a mental game. It is a mental game. So
yeah, my problem is I couldn't be fast on my feet enough to be up in the higher scores, you know. That's the one thing that's making me go, you know, I'm going to get into it, but I just got to find a match around.
You don't shoot it for score, Willie. You shoot it for fun. So don't worry.
I understand, but if that's the competitive in me, I'm a high power shooter, so I want to clean the target. You know, I'm just, you know, accuracy in my head is, you know, slow is fast.
All the kids are talking about their time. Look at my time. Look at my time. Yeah, but look at your shot average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I got all 10s and center shots and center mass, and you got wings and sides, and you had to shoot it extra times, and they complain because the 40 knocks steel over better than the 9mm. They're shooting the light 9. You got to shoot it 3 times. I shoot it once and it hammers it down.
That happened one time on one of my rounds. I popped it and I heard the steel. I went to the next steel and I knocked all the steels down. And if y'all follow me on Instagram, I do have that video up. But the first piece of steel I hit, I heard it. You could hear it in the video. You can see it. And when I got finished with the other 5 steels, I looked back, that damn steel was still standing up and I had to shoot it again. I was like, damn. So It is fun though. Sorry, I didn't mean to take over the chat.
In my full house stuff on some of the plate racks, the guy that's the timers behind me, he taps the shoulder because the plates will go down and come right back up. I'll hammer them down and they come right back up.
Wow.
All right, CW, answer this question for Dead Horse. How much tin do you add to your pot?
Depends on the alloy I'm trying to make. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I always add some. Almost always add some.
Pistol rounds, next to nothing.
Next to nothing. Rifle, I'll put a stick in. You know, I go and I get the. I hate to say it, I use a lot of solder. You know, I'll get the solder and add 3 or 4 strips, like 10 inches long, into it, and be done, and I'm fine. You know, but most of the time I get beautiful fill. But you gotta remember, I love frosty bullets. That's my thing. I don't need beautiful shine. Like Jamie is the master, and I bow. Just the master of glossy, beautiful store-bought bullets. Mine are frosty, and they suck that powder coat right to it. And that's what I think. So I like frosty.
Well,
could be wrong though.
One thing that I learned from these guys. Those guys over there, in the side chat, and I forgot who. Yeah, Cranky. Tell it, brother. Tell it for true, the man. Cranky says 2% is all you need. Well, and I forgot who said it. Not last week. It might have been last week, but I think it was the week before. Was the frosting is antimony crystals. So what's happening is you getting your lead so hot. Now this is in my mind. I have no basis except my logic for this. You pour that stuff in that mold and it's so hot that all the antimony goes to the outside of the bullet. So all your hardness is around the outside of the bullet. And to me, there's nothing really wrong with that, but that's just my way of thinking.
Now, my question to you guys, how many times do you stir your pot when you're pouring bullets? Do you stir your pot?
Every
All the
10
time.
throws.
5
All
for
the
me.
time.
Every 5 throws, I stir the pot 5 or 6 times, and then I start again. I think it helps. That's just me, though. I think it helps keep everything moving. But now I'm bad at cleaning my pot, you know. I'll leave the junk on top because it's up on top, you know. I'm not going to always flux my pot. And I know it's bad, but it's just, it's up on top. It's not down below. Everything down below is nice and clean. But I know you've got to mix your antimony into it and everything, but that's why I stir it, and all the crap stays up on top.
What I like to do is take one of my 6 cavity molds and run the pot and just stack up the sprues and get the pot down to where it's about like that. There's about a half an inch to an inch left, and then I'll put all of those sprues back in there and then go take a break.
Good. Let your molds cool down too. You let them cool down a little bit. You know, if you're going fast, you can overheat your mold on accident.
You can, and that's another thing to me that that causes the bullets to be frosty. I think if you keep the mold cool, that's not going to happen as bad. But yeah.
Now, do you keep a wet towel next to your bench and cool your mold down? I do too.
And I'll take some of the water out of my bucket that I'm dropping them into and put them up there. Now, I don't always quench like I used to. I used to always quench everything, but I always quench when I get done powder coating.
I quench both times. It's just, I want my bullets now. I want to hold them and pet them and say, "Oh, lovely, lovely." I don't want to wait for them to cool down. You know, I don't have the patience like I see CW moving them over. I want to hold them. I want to play with them. Go, "Ooh, man, my babies," you know.
What Willie? Hopefully, after me and Jamie do these tests on these bullet mold that I had, the last batch that I really put some love into, I cast and I air cooled and I powder coated and I air cooled to retain that softness. And they're hollow point bullets. So hopefully they will produce some good mushrooms. And
I hope so, because I used to bake them to even longer to make them harder after you powder coat them. I used to do that all the time. I wanted my things as hard as nails, you know, because I don't do subsonic. I want everything balls on fire going out that barrel, you know.
But for instance, like my plinking stuff, I cast and water quench and powder coat and water quench. But if it's something that's got a hollow point or
you got to have some type of softness though when the hollow point. You know, if not, it's just going to shatter like bacon did. You know, loads of bacon showed that it just literally shattered when he shot it. So
when it hits, hey man,
when it hit.
My nephew Max is out there. What's up, bud?
What's going on, Max? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for stopping by.
That's a fact, James, and that's why I try to stop every 10 throws long enough to stir it up real good.
So let's ask CW because he done went through a lot of molds, I assume. Is there any mold that you do not like for whatever reason?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
that Lee 230 grain 30 caliber.
Amen. They need to open.
See, I would assume a lot of people have bought that.
I did.
And probably was thinking it was promising, but I've heard that a few times. I think I've heard that about the 223 but James Pollard disagrees, right?
Sucks. I bought the 30 cal and the 223, and both of them sucked. If they had redesigned the 30 cal, I'm sorry, Jim, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's only one little section on that bullet that's 309. The rest of it's everything else. You know, I bought it because Elvis Ammo said, "Oh, this is the Elvis Ammo missile, and this is so good." That bullet sucks in my mind.
Yeah, and the reason why I'll ask that because just like right now, just if there are new casters like Russ, for instance, that'll be a mold that I would say stay away from because the molds aren't cheap right now. Well, they're not cheap like they used to be. Let's say that they're not reasonable like they used to be.
Why does it suck?
Because there's only one little section of that bullet that's actually 309 for you to grab a hold of with your case. I mean,
It doesn't shoot well.
It doesn't.
It doesn't shoot well.
It flies all over. I mean, if you're doing subsonic, it's you know, especially out of a 300 blackout with a subsonic, it's It's not. You're not going to get any. If you just want to have fun and shoot around, sure, no problem. Accuracy, no way. Not in my mind.
Small in diameter. It's got a funky boat tail. I always thought about machining off the top of it to eliminate that funky tapered boat tail, and I thought it would make it a better bullet. But it's long, skinny lead bullets. They just, in general, are a little funky.
I thought about drilling it out, just drilling the back section out.
I've seen that done. Yeah, I've seen guys do that.
Yeah, like Jim says, it's a tumbler. Yes, it is. The Tres Amigos videos show it.
Two that I don't like is the Lee 225 55 grain round flat. You know, the 5.56 mold everybody don't like. The reason I don't like it is because the cavities are so small and the block is so big that it's hard to get the mold to fill out. I have an NOE 270 mold 277, and it's the same way. It's hard to get perfect fill out because the block is big and the cavities are relatively narrow.
Generally, fill out problems are alloy or temperature or a combination of them, or air bleed. If your spear plate is too tight or your blocks don't have good air bleed, you won't fill out well.
Yeah. Those two,
and it can be just a mold problem, not a bullet problem. You know, that particular mold.
And like Pollard said, it could be operator error.
Could be, but now, are you shooting those supersonic or subsonic, Mr. Pollard? That's my question. And a bolt gun, I believe he shoots them out of an AR, I believe, you know, but he altered one, didn't he? He altered like a 70 grainer down. So it's not the true 55 grain Lee.
I think it started life as a 100 grain bullet, and he cut it down to like a 75 grain.
That dead horse there, to reply to him, that in my case, I've shot that bullet in 7 different 300 blackouts with dozens of different loads, and not one of them would shoot. And generally speaking, not to pat myself on the back, I hit what I shoot at.
Yeah,
It can all be good.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what I was hitting at, because a lot of people have asked me, even newer people on the Instagram, they was like, well, what mode? And I could only recommend what I know to work, you know. So it's some Lee stuff. I'll recommend it because I have it, some NOE stuff, but I don't have any Lee rifle modes. I do have an NOE rifle mode, and I think I've sent out some. Have you shot that bullet yet, Jamie? I know I sent you some. I think I sent 10 Man some.
What, that hollow point?
No, that 30 cal. It's like a 165 flat nose. It's the only 30 cal mode I have.
This
But
one?
yeah, maybe it's a gas check version too. So
Yeah, I got already
Supersonic, wow.
powder coated it, put a gas check on it since you gave them to me. So,
yeah, but you know, for what works for someone may not work. But normally, if you got a good number of, yeah, I think that's it. Normally, if you got a good number of people with similar issues, I'd probably steer clear away from that mode until somebody might gift you some, you know, not the mode, but might send you some to try out.
that's a
And
That
great
Lee,
looking bullet for 30-30, Chico, and I'm gonna
yeah,
put. I'm
that's what
gonna
it's
load
made
'em
for.
up.
That's what it's made for. But
I'm
Lee
gonna
makes
load 'em
a
up.
dandy little 155, that 310-55 2R mold. That's a
see,
great little bullet.
I think Georgia Boy sent me some of those, I believe.
Oh, I can ship you those. I ship those everywhere. The
Yeah, it's
312
common.
155 2R.
Yeah, it's 312. That's right, not 310, 312. It's
I
a
got these loaded up.
7.6239 design, but it shoots, size it down to 310 or so for the 300. It's a good mold. It's a good design bullet. It shoots well.
I like it. It shoots well for me too. I haven't had any complaints about that mold.
All right, we're overtime, guys. We got to get out of here. Y'all want to start going through the room, Chico? Do we need to do the side chat again, or are we so late we need to just say bye and go?
Well, we still got 9 minutes because we started late, or about 8 minutes.
I'm showing 2:04.
Yeah, I got 201 on mine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm showing,
Side
201.
chat, bud.
I do it. Go ahead. Hold on. We got Walter Davis, PC Bullet Empire, James Pollard, Cranky Cletus, Uncle Jim, Pamela Earp, Lakeview Outdoors, Georgia Boy 44, James Eves Ginch. I probably screwed that up. I apologize. Thor's X. We've got Big E. We've got Reloader 762, Sergeant Devil Dog, GGW Reloading, Thor Zax, Pamela Earp, Cranky Cletus. Some of y'all comment more than the others. Let's see, Dead Horses out there. James Pollard, 6-shooter Texan still's out there. K24. Max Ripley. GGW, Uncle Jim, James Pollard. It's a lot of y'all when we start talking about those Lee modes. So yeah, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and apologize I got cut off about 9 times, but I got tired of it, so I just had to come up to the desktop. So what do I don't know what I have in the future. You know what? No, I take it back. My competition shooting match, it was 6 stages. I only have video of 5 stages because the first stage I wasn't getting anyone to video because I wanted to focus on what I had to do. But I will put out a video, and I'm not gonna put like all of my best stuff. I'm gonna put the mess ups because I messed up pretty bad. And not pretty bad. I did. Let me tell you, if y'all know anything about a Texas Star, right? There was a double
ugly videos of Texas Stars.
There was a double Texas Star that kicked my ass, and it wasn't fun. But so I will be kind of putting together a video for my match video. Like I said, everybody was real supportive. Even people who wasn't on my squad, the people who put it together was Atlanta 3 Gun, and they do a match down here in the south side of Atlanta, down in Covington. I think that's down by Georgia Boy, isn't it?
No, he is up and
he's in Commerce, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they put together a match the first Sunday of every month, and they always encourage new shooters. That's the reason why I went. So, but I will be putting that together. Hopefully, it won't be too long. But most of my videos, most of my stages were like under a minute, except for that damn Texas double star. So, but that's gonna be it for me. So I appreciate all y'all joining and hanging with us. Willie, what are you gonna have coming up, brother? If anything.
Nothing really. Just hopefully I'm gonna get to the range. I've been saying that for a while. Hopefully I get off my ass and go there now that it's open. But it's just, even though I have primers, I still don't want to burn them. I got
an idea. You got a whole bunch of lead and a new casting pot.
Oh, I know, but the problem is I have to I'm remelting bullets I've already made because I have so many bullets made already. That's my problem. No, that's the problem. I have so many already casted up. It's like, well, I don't need that mold. I already got 3 freaking containers full, so I remelt stuff down that I've already powder coated, and it just to pass time, you know. But I don't know.
You need more lead.
I got a lot of lead. But I want to pack out. I don't want to pack up little bullets. I'd rather pick the large pieces of lead, easier to move than a bullet thing falling. So I don't know. I'll shut up now. But, and one question, the Texas Star, was it set up to be taken down for a 22?
I do believe it could have been. I think on the rules it said 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly, Jamie.
But I had one steel, but it wasn't a Texas Star. I had a steel popper that, like I said, I hit it square with a 9mm, and it didn't move. And I looked when I got finished, when I thought I was finished, I looked back, it was still standing up, and I was like, damn, I got to shoot it again. So most people in competition do shoot either balls ass 9mm open guns that's crazy lows, or like CW said, 40 Smith & Wesson or 45. So, but I'm not running no overpressure stuff in my factory Glock barrel.
Yeah, I was told if you go to those matches, don't pick up the brass because that's been super pressurized and proof loads, basically.
That depends on the match, but yeah, if you major power, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
So we got that from AOK Forging and Adventures out in the campsite. So thanks for joining us.
What do you got going on, Russ?
I got to get on my 6.5 Creedmoor again and do some seating depth testing, and I'll get on that. I just finished up glass bedding my 6mm and redoing the whole rifle, so I gotta kind of work on I've got a new powder I want to try in it, that IMR 4451, so it's supposed to be pretty optimal for that case capacity versus bullet diameter. So I'm gonna work up some loads for that and hope to get to the range not this next weekend but the following weekend. Never mind, I'm going crappie fishing, so the following weekend. And,
nice.
But I've got a pretty busy month of weekends here, so
I think this weekend and next weekend is going to be prime for the crappie and stripes because the dogwoods are blooming, as the pastor would say. So, CW, what you got working on?
I got some 4570s I cleaned the other day, and I'm fixing to stuff them with them 130 grain hollow points, the Gould bullets I've been casting.
Nice.
I got some Grendels on the board there too. I've got I lucked into 8 pounds of 2520 powder, so I'm gonna mix up some 100 grain Grendel loads with those.
Me and Chico Chico copped it for us. We got some 2460.
Mm-hmm.
That might be interesting. I don't know what for, but we're gonna figure it out, right, Chico?
Yeah, I shot some of that through my 308 when we first got it, and thinking about everything right now, we should have bought more. I should have bought all that clearance powder, and it was 2 years ago, when everything was available. So it's just like I was saying about the primers. I would go to a store and I see them on the shelf. I say, oh, it'll be there tomorrow.
Well, what'll happen 10 years from now when you find it?
Oh, I'll be buying in 2 years if it's priced right. I'm buying it. If it comes back down to kind of where it was at, I'm buying it.
It's strange to me the past year or so buying primers by the brick. I buy them by the case, 10 bricks. Yeah. You buy a sleeve of them. That's the way you buy primers. That's what I always did. So it's so strange to be a brick is all I get.
Yeah.
But of course, the prices, you couldn't afford it. couldn't afford to sleep now.
Right. Yeah. Y'all remember when Midway and Brownells had free hazmat shipping on 5,000 primers? It was just like, I'd get emails. I'm like, I'm not buying 5,000 primers. I can go to Academy and get them for, but now I was like, what I wouldn't do for it. I mean, well, I wouldn't do something, but still, I would love to have that deal. But
8-pound kegs of powder for all the stuff that I use a lot, 1 pounders, that's a day's loading.
Yeah.
The Dillons eat it fast.
We live and we learn. So
Dead Horse had a good suggestion, though. Dead Horse had a good thing. The hot plate is one of the best suggestions you can get a new caster. Is get them a good hot plate so they can heat their molds properly, warm them up. I know you can put them on top of the pot, but I love the hot plate. That's just my thing.
I learned.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, now you got yours. You got your CW now.
Mm-hmm.
And he got the Harbor Freight hammer. Yes. He's
Yes,
going to
sir.
love that hammer. He caught my dumbass not watching the video all the way through. But that Rupert powder coat, I like that color. That nice setting that up.
That's a nice color. Yeah, I wish it was a little flatter, but it's a nice.
Unique, $43.99. Wow.
Did you already go, Jamie?
Huh?
Did you already do your outro?
No, I haven't. We're about to sign off here. So we'll get out of here and leave y'all alone. Thanks, everybody, for jumping in. Like I said earlier, we had 63 of y'all at one point this evening, and we're blessed and humbled by the way y'all come out every Friday night. We thank you, and we pray that y'all be blessed beyond measure. We got a new thing going on. Y'all make sure you go to Joe Cyclops and tell him the Georgia Shooting Connection sent y'all over. And let's get him back in the good graces of YouTube where he should be. If I'm thinking about buying a scope, I go check out a Joe Cyclops review of that scope before I buy it. And Cranky,
Go pineapple.
he's just
Pineapple pizza
I know how to get him.
or inch of lasagna.
Thanks everyone for joining us too. Yeah.
Good night, 6-shooter Texan. Another thing we're going to try to do is I'm going over to the general chat on Discord right now and see if any of you guys will go over and we'll chat a little bit over there and kind of go till we get tired. Anyway, God bless y'all real good. Check us out next Friday night at 8 o'clock. You can find us on the Georgia Shooting Connection on Instagram. You can email us at georgiashootingconnection@gmail.com. Check out Uncle Jim tomorrow night. Help him find the pirate duck. The pirate ducky is gone. There's been rumors that Uncle Jim may have to walk the plank because he's not treating his pirates and his duckies the way he should. So, there you
Y'all
go.
also check out Preacher after this stream too. He's gonna be on live.
He's already going. I see him up here.
Okay, good deal. That's why we're down. So, so let's all go over and support Pastor and I'm sorry, Preacher. I'll be on Discord. Maybe some of the other guys will join us. We'll see y'all next week. God bless. Good night.
Good night, everyone.